Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kirpa classes. Our today's topic is nutrition in animals, class 7th science. In this course, we will discuss in detail the full chapter. We will also throw a light on human digestive system. We will solve NCERT questions and we also perform many important questions. In this course, we will discuss what is the meaning of nutrition. We will also try to learn what is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion, and what is the mode of feeding in different animals. Then we will discuss something about starfish. Then digestive system in human beings consists of two major parts. What are those parts? As already told, we will discuss in detail digestive system of human beings and what happens to the food in different parts of the digestive tract. We will also throw a light on the four types of teeth, what is the meaning of milk teeth, and what are the major reasons for tooth decay. Then we will see what happens if we eat in a hurry or talk or laugh while eating. Stomach does not digest itself. Why? We will try to learn something about liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. Then we will see what is the meaning of villi. Then we will write a short note on the digestion in grass eating animals. Then we will see what is feeding and digestion in any amoeba. Then we will solve NCERT questions. Where is the bile produced? Which component of food does it help to digest? Name the type of carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants and not by the humans. Why do we get instant energy from glucose? Then we will see what are the similarities and differences between nutrition in amoeba and human beings. We will also see, can we survive only on raw leafy vegetables or grass? What is a carnivorous animal? What is the function of liver? What will happen if mucus is not secreted by the gastric glands? Small intestine in herbivorous is longer than in carnivorous. Why? Then swallowed food moves downwards in the alimentary canal. Explain how assimilation is different from absorption. Alimentary canal is different from digestive system. Comment. Windpipe runs adjacent in food pipe. What will happen if food particle enters the windpipe? Then there will be a practical problem and we will also solve many other important questions. Plants can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, but animals cannot synthesize their own food. They depend on plants and oblique or other small animals for their food. All organisms, including humans, require food for growth, repair, and functioning of the body. As you know, plants can prepare their food in the presence of sunlight, water, or other minerals. But on the other hand, the animals, they are not in a position to prepare their own food and they have to depend on the plants or other animals. Animals are maybe only eating plants or maybe eating only other animals, or just like human beings, they may be eating plants as well as animals. Now we will see what is the meaning of nutrition. Nutrition is a biochemical and physiological process by which an organism uses food to support its life. Nutrition includes ingestion, absorption, assimilation, and excretion. Now we will see what is the process of nutrition in animals. The process of nutrition in animals involves the following 5 steps. Number one, ingestion. Ingestion refers to the intake of food into the body. In animals, normally ingestion takes place through mouth. As in the case of human beings, we also take food inside our body through mouth. Digestion. It is the process of breakdown of ingested food into simpler forms so that they can be more easily absorbed and assimilated by the body. The process of digestion is different in human beings, grass eating animals, amoeba, etc. In the case of human beings, teeth, stomach, small intestine, secretions from various glands help in digestion. Digestion in unicellular animals like amoeba is intracellular. Unicellular means those animals which have only one cell. Intracellular means inside the cell. That is, digestion in amoeba takes place inside the cell only. Next, absorption. Absorption refers to the process in which digested food is absorbed through the inner walls of the small intestine into the bloodstream. Assimilation, it is the process by which absorbed nutrients are utilized by the body for energy, growth, and repair. Egestion, the undigested food is removed from the body in the feces. This process is known as egestion. Though you may be thinking that this is a very difficult topic, but as you go through the same course, you will at the last you will find that this course is very easy. Now we will see what are the different ways of taking food in different organisms. Some aquatic animals. Aquatic means those animals which live in water. They filter tiny food particles floating nearby and feed upon them. Human beings use their hands to put food into their mouth and swallow the food after chewing. Chewing means to chew the food. Infants of human beings and many other animals like dogs, cats feed on mother's milk. Bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar of plants. You can see this is the hummingbird and he is sucking the nectar from a plant. Some animals like snakes, frogs, lizards swallow their food without chewing it. You can see frog is swallowing its prey. Next, spider weaves sticky web. You can see this is the web in which small insects get stuck. You can see this is stuck in the web. Now here is a chart. You can see in which mode of feeding of different animals is given. First we see snail. It eats grass. Its mode of feeding is chewing. Snails are found on the land as well as in sea. Land snails eat freshly seeded or newly sprouted grass. They also eat fruits like apples, kiwi, mango, and vegetables like green beans and peas. Sea snails eat mostly algae. Ant, you have oftenly seen this in your houses. They like sugar and food particles. Their mode of feeding is biting and chewing. Ants are omnivorous. They eat anything. They will eat. This means they can and will eat anything they find. Whether it is fruit, meat, living or dead. If it is available and within their reach, ants will eat it. Eagle. They eat flesh of animals and small birds. Their mode of feeding is capturing and swallowing. Here you see a photograph of a snail. Next, hummingbird, as you have been already told, They take the nectar from the plant's flowers. Their mode of feeding is sucking. They are specialized for feeding on flower nectar. But all species of hummingbirds also consume flying insects or spiders. Lice, they eat blood, they suck blood from the human beings. They are wingless and parasitic insects which live on hair. Lice feed by sucking blood from the skin of the scalp. Scalp means on skin of the head. Mosquitoes. You might be thinking that mosquitoes take blood from our suck blood from our body. Here we will explain it in detail. They eat or suck nectar of plants or fruit juice. This may be a new thing for you, that they are sucking nectar of plants or fruit juice. In fact, we will discuss what they like or eat. Many people may think that all mosquitoes drink blood and this is their only source of food. Actually, it is not true. Male mosquitoes lack the specific mouth parts needed to pierce the skin and access the blood vessels. So, it, it is confirmed that male mosquitoes cannot suck blood even if they want to suck the blood because they do not have mouth. Only female mosquitoes suck blood from other animals, including human beings, because they need blood to produce their eggs. While female mosquitoes get some energy from blood they drink, it is not enough. Both male and female mosquitoes get their energy from the nectar of plants, fruit juice, honeydew, and other sugary plant juices. In the case of butterfly, they suck the nectar from the flowers. Housefly, they mostly suck and their food is decaying matter mostly. Adult houseflies mostly feed on decaying matter, sugar, or flower nectar. Houseflies do not have mouth parts that allow it to chew. Now we will see the digestion in starfish. Starfish is also known as sea star. They are beautiful marine animals. They are found in different varieties of colors, shapes, and sizes. They are not fish in true sense of the meaning. They do not have gills. They do not have scales or fins like fish have. Starfish typically has a central disc. This is the central disc. And usually has 5 arms. These are the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can be more than 5 or 7 arms, or other animals may have 10 to 15 arms. It can be more than that also. Starfish has a mouth and at the center of the oral or the lower surface, that is on the lower side of the center, they have the mouth. It can hunt prey much bigger than its mouth. Starfish is a slow moving animal. So, in the same way, the food it preys upon is usually attached to the rocks or otherwise unable to escape quickly. That is, its prey is also not in a position to move fast in the water. Starfish will first recognize its food that it will be going to eat. After selecting its food, it will extend its stomach out of its mouth to capture and cover its prey. Then the starfish will perform the partial digestion of food outside its body and then it bring back stomach inside its own body. And the full digestion of the food occurs inside the starfish body and inside the stomach. Our next topic is digestion in humans. We take in food through the mouth, digest and utilize it. The unused parts of the food are defecated. Let us see what happens to the food inside the body. digestive system consists of two major parts, that is digestive tract and associated glands. The food passes through a long continuous canal called alimentary canal, which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anus. This tract can be divided into six compartments: mouth and buccal cavity, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. Associated glands. There are some associated glands that secrete enzymes which help in the digestion of food. These include salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. The digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute the digestive system. The food components gradually get digested as food travels through the different compartments. What happens to the food in different parts of the digestive tract? Now we first discuss buccal cavity, which is the first compartment of the digestive tract. Buccal cavity is more commonly known as mouth, and it is the beginning of the digestive system for human beings and animals alike. The mouth or buccal cavity contains teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. As you know, teeth breaks the food into smaller particles. In our mouth, saliva is produced by salivary glands, which moistens the chewed food. Each tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gums. Our teeth vary in appearance and our teeth perform different functions. We will discuss the various types of teeth in the next slides. The process of taking in food through the mouth is called ingestion. As you know, tongue is a fleshy muscular organ which is attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. It is free at the front and can be moved in all directions. What is the function of tongue? We use our tongue for talking. Besides, it mixes saliva with the food during chewing and helps in swallowing food. There are taste buds in our tongue. We taste food with our tongue. Our tongue has taste buds that detect different tastes of food. That is, with the help of tongue only we can tell this food is sweet, or it is sour in taste, or salt is more in food, and much more. Now we will also see different types of teeth. Teeth appear twice during our lifetime. First is deciduous teeth. They are also called milk teeth. They are 20 in number. First set of teeth grows when we are babies. When we take birth, then the teeth which come in our mouth, they are milk teeth, and they fall off at the age between 6 to 8 years. Then after milk teeth, the teeth which take place of milk teeth are permanent teeth. The permanent teeth may last throughout our life, or it may be also possible that they fall off during old age, or due to some accident, or due to some dental disease, they may fall early. An adult human being has 32 teeth in all. You can count the same: 16 in each jaw. That is, here 16, here 16, total 32. Our teeth cut, tear, grind the food before we swallow it. There are 4 different types of teeth. Sorry. You can see what are those: incisors, premolars, molars, and canines. Now we throw some light on the 4 different types of teeth. First, incisors. You can see here, these are incisors. 4 in each jaw. 4 in lower jaw, 4 in upper jaw. That is total 8. These are chisel shaped, used for biting and cutting food. They are also called biting teeth. Next come canines. You can see this is canine. Two in lower jaw, two in upper jaw. That is total four. They are sharp and pointed. You can see they are sharp and pointed. They are used to pierce or tear food. Premolars. You can see in this figure, two here, two here. Four in lower jaw, four in upper jaw, total eight. They have broad grinding surface. You can see broad grinding surface. They help in chewing and crushing the food. They are sometimes used for tearing as well. Molars. You can see three on one side of the jaw, three on the other side of the jaw. That is in lower jaw six, and in the upper jaw there are also six molars total. 12 molars in our mouth. They are principal grinders. They help to chew and grind the food. They have almost a flat surface with small projections. These teeth are meant for fine grinding of food. Now there is some lines about the premolars. Premolar teeth have properties of both canines and molars. That is, they have the properties of these and these, both teeth. And food can be transferred from the canines from here to premolars and then to the molars for grinding instead of directly from canines to the molars. That is, first the food comes to the canines, then it goes to premolars, then to the molars. We may also tell you that we have already uploaded various courses on different subjects: past tense, present tense, future tense, web applications, computer virus, most common mistakes in English grammar, internet, and letter writing format, and much more. You can view the same by visiting our website prabkirpaclasses.com. Next, now our topic is sweets and tooth decay. You can see in this figure that all of us, whether it we are a small baby or an adult person, all of us like sweets. But there is a caution that if these sweets remain attached to our teeth for a quite long time and we do not brush our teeth properly, it may cause tooth decay. Let us see what it happens. Normally, bacteria are present in our mouth, but they are not harmful to us. However, if we do not clean our teeth and mouth after eating, many harmful bacteria also begin to live and grow in our mouth. These bacteria will generate the acid which damages the teeth. This is called tooth decay. If we do not take the treatment of our teeth in time, then there may be toothache, or in extreme cases it may result in tooth loss. Chocolates, sweets, soft drinks, and other sugar products are the major culprits of tooth decay. Culprits means reasons of tooth decay. Therefore, it is necessary for all of us to brush our teeth with a fluoride toothpaste twice a day, spending at least 2 minutes each time, and rinse the mouth after every meal. It is not that we brush the teeth quickly and throw and wash our mouth. We have to paste our teeth at least for 2 minutes. Avoid foods that cling. Cling means stick to the tooth, such as chewing gums, lollipops, etc. Also, we should not put our dirty fingers or unwashed object in our mouth. What happens if we eat in a hurry or talk or laugh while eating? Sometimes when you eat in a hurry or talk or laugh while eating, you may cough, get hiccups, or a choking sensation. This happens when food particles enter our windpipe. Windpipe carries the air from our nostrils to the lungs. Windpipe runs adjacent to the food pipe. That is, both are parallel. windpipe and food pipe. They run side by side. But inside the throat, air and food share a common passage. Then it comes to our mind how food is prevented from entering the wood pipe. During the act of swallowing, a flap-like valve closes the passage of the windpipe and guides the food into the food pipe. If by chance food particles enter the windpipe, we feel choked, get hiccups, or cough. So far, we have read about the starting point of the digestive tract, that is mouth. Now we come to the next part of the digestive tract or alimentary canal, which is called esophagus. If we talk about the same organ in English, American English, it is called esophagus, or in British English, it is called oesophagus. This esophagus is also known by the name food pipe. As you see in the picture, this is a tube-like structure which connects the mouth and the stomach. It is about 30 centimeter long. After being chewed and swallowed in the mouth, the food passes into esophagus from the mouth. In esophagus, the food does not stay. Food pipe allows the food to pass from the mouth into the stomach. The muscles in the walls of the esophagus contract and relax in rhythmic fashion to facilitate the onward forward movement of food. As you see in this picture, this is the food which is also called bolus. It is passing through the esophagus, and a process which is known as peristalsis is taking place in esophagus. What is this? It is the muscular contraction in the walls of esophagus which allow the food to pass further into the stomach. This wave-like movement of muscles happens not only in esophagus but also in other parts of the digestive tract or alimentary canal. That is, it occurs from esophagus to anus, and this process is called peristalsis. You can see when the food is taken, passes through the esophagus, the area of muscles which is above the food contracts and the next portion relaxes. And you can see in this next picture, here the muscles are contracting and the next portion is relaxing. This is called peristalsis. You can see it detail in this way. The food passes through the esophagus. At times, food is not accepted by our stomach and is vomited out. Next, after esophagus, the food passes into stomach. This is a thick walled bag. You can see here, this is stomach. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Its shape is like flattened J. It is 25 to 30 centimeter long organ. It receives food from food pipe at one end and opens into the small intestine. This is the small intestine at the other. The stomach is the main food storage tank of the body. If it were not the stomach's storage capacity, we would have to eat constantly instead of just a few times each day. The stomach also secretes a mixture of hydrochloric acid, mucus, and digestive enzymes. It is estimated that our stomach produces 2 liters of acid per day. The acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food and makes the medium in the stomach acidic and helps in the digestive enzymes to act. Pepsin, a digestive enzyme, serves to digest proteins found in the ingested food. When the hydrochloric acid is being produced in the stomach, and hydrochloric acid digests many things. Why this acid does not digest the stomach? The stomach does not digest itself. First, the stomach only secretes small amount of gastric juices until the food is present. Second, mucus protects the lining of the stomach from being digested by its own secretions of hydrochloric acid. Thirdly, digestive enzyme pepsin is secreted in an inactive protein called pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is converted into pepsin in the increased presence of hydrochloric acid. On account of these three reasons, the stomach does not get digested itself by the action of hydrochloric acid. Next, we cover the next part in the digestive tract, that is small intestine. It comes after stomach. The food from the stomach passes into the, this is the stomach, the food here from passes into the small intestine. This is small intestine, and the above portion, this is the large intestine. Small intestine is a highly coiled tube-like structure. It is about 6.5 meter long and 2.5 to 3 centimeter in diameter. It folds many times to fit into the abdomen. The length of the small intestine is greater in males than in females. It is located under the large intestine. You can see this is the large intestine, and this is small intestine, which is located below the large intestine. Small intestine located is below the large intestine. Although small intestine is longer than the large intestine, it is called small intestine. Why? Because it is narrower in diameter. You can see the diameter of the small intestine is less as compared to the large intestine. The food particles move very slowly through the small intestine. The partially digested food from stomach comes into the small intestine. Small intestine receives secretions of digestive juices from liver, pancreas, and its own walls. There are certain accessory organs which support the digestive system but are not the part of the digestive tract or alimentary canal. These organs secrete fluid into the digestive tract and are connected by ducts. These accessory the accessory organs include liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. Now let us see some lines about liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. You can see it is the liver. Liver is reddish brown in color. It is cone shaped gland. It is situated on the upper part of the abdomen. This is the stomach. It is located here, right side of the abdomen. It is the largest gland in the body. Its weight is about 1.4 kg. This is liver. Its weight is 1.4 kg. This liver creates bile juice that is stored in a sac called gallbladder. This is the gallbladder, which is shown here in green color. The bile plays an important role in the digestion of fats. The pancreas is a large cream colored gland. You can see this is the pancreas. It is about 6 inches long and located in the abdomen. It secretes pancreatic juice which contains enzymes that help in digestion of carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. So far we have read that the food passes from the mouth to the esophagus, then it comes into the stomach. From here it comes into the small intestine. Then how the absorption takes place in small intestine. This is only a shape of small intestine which has been shown here only for the purpose of understanding. It has been shown in a tube like shape. The main function of the small intestine is absorption of nutrients and minerals from food. The digested food can now pass into the blood vessels of the small intestine. This process is called absorption. The inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of small finger-like projections called villi, singular villus. You can see these are villi. These are finger-like projections. These are thousands in numbers. These are finger-like projections. The villi increase the surface area of absorption of digested food. You can see that if the surface is simply this, but if it has this like structure, villis, it only increases the surface area of for the digestion of foods, nutrients, for the absorption of nutrients. The nutrients are absorbed through these villi. These are the villis. Absorption of nutrients and minerals takes place in the small intestine through these villi. The villi are connected to the blood vessels. You can see here, these are the blood vessels here. You can see here. So the circulating blood then carries these nutrients to different organs of the body where they are used to build complex substances like proteins as required by the body. This is called assimilation. 90% of digestion and absorption of food occurs in the small intestine. Only 10% takes place in stomach and large intestine. Undigested food is sent from small intestine into the large intestine. Now you will see that this is the large intestine, which we have made red in color. It is located under the stomach. It is about 1.5 meter in length, arranged around the mass of small intestine in the form of question mark. You can see it is like a question mark. This. The large intestine absorbs water and remaining salts from the undigested food material. You may be asked in the question, what is the function of large intestine? The answer will be, it absorbs water and remaining salts from the undigested food material. The undigested food or waste material is stored in the last part of the large intestine called rectum for some time. Here you can see this is the rectum. Undigested food is stored here for some time. The undigested semi-solid waste is passed out from the body through anus in the form of feces. This is called egestion. Functions of large intestine also include: large intestine reduces acidity, provides protection from infections, it produces antibodies. Mucus lining of the large intestine prevents the harmful bacteria from being reabsorbed into the body. Now we come to the next question: digestion in grass eating animals. Have you observed cows, buffaloes, and other grass eating animals chewing continuously even when they are not eating? There is no food in front of them. They have not put anything into their mouth, but still they are chewing continuously for a long time. Actually, they quickly swallow grass or other plants or other food into the mouth. From there it goes to the rumen, which is a part of stomach. The rumen has bacteria that can digest cellulose. Here the food gets partially digested and is called cud. This half digested food goes to the second muscular chamber called reticulum. From reticulum the food is sent back to the mouth to be chewed again. You can see this is the mouth. From the mouth, when the grass is eaten, it goes to the rumen, which is a part of stomach. Here the cellulose is digested and then it goes to the second part of the stomach, which is called reticulum. This Semi-digested food, which is called cud, it again referred back to the mouth for chewing again. Chewing of cud is called rumination. Here, when the cud is or semi-digested food is again chewed, it is called rumination. And these grass-eating animals like cows, sheep, goat, buffaloes are called ruminating animals or ruminants. Once the cud is thoroughly chewed in the mouth, it is swallowed again. The chewed cud does not return back to the rumen, but instead moves to the other compartments and then into the small intestine for digestion and absorption, and the leftover water and minerals from digested food is absorbed by large intestine. The waste gets excreted by the animal. Many of the animals, which include human beings, cannot digest cellulose. This is because cellulose digesting bacteria are not present in the human body. So far, we have learnt about animals which possess digestive system, but there are many small organisms which do not have a mouth and a digestive system. Then how they acquire the food and digest the food? In the section given below, we will learn an interesting way of intake of food, and that relates to the feeding and digestion in amoeba. Amoeba is a small microscopic single-celled organism which is found in pond water. Amoeba constantly changes its shape, position. It pushes out one or more finger-like projections called pseudopodia. This is when you see one time it may be shaping this, and the other time you may say it has changed its shape to this. These are finger-like projections are called pseudopodia or false feet. These are for movement and to capture the food. Amoeba feeds on some microscopic organisms. When it senses food, it pushes out pseudopodia around the food particle and engulfs it. You can see it has senses food, it has developed pseudopodia around the food, and now it has taken the same inside. The food becomes trapped in the food vacuole. Digestive juices are secreted in the food vacuole. This is the food vacuole is formed. Here digestive juices are being secreted. They act on food and break the food into simpler substances. Gradually the digested food is absorbed, and this absorbed food is now being used for growth, maintenance and multiplication, which is called assimilation. The undigested residue of food, that is the waste material, is being expelled outside by the vacuole. You can see here. Now the undigested food is being digested out. Now we will do some recap of what we have learned so far. All animals require food for obtaining energy, growth and repair of damaged body parts. The process of taking in food by an animal and its utilization in the body is called animal nutrition. Nutrition is a complex process which involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. The modes of feeding vary in different organisms. The basic process of digestion of food and release of energy is the same in all animals. Human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and secretory glands. The grazing animals like cows, buffaloes and deer are known as ruminants. They quickly ingest, swallow their leafy food and store it in the rumen. Later the food returns to the mouth and the animal chews it peacefully. Amoeba ingests its food with the help of its false feet, which are called pseudopodia. The food is digested in the food vacuole. Now we will solve NCERT questions. The main steps of nutrition in human are ingestion when the food is taken inside the body. This is the digestion which takes place in the stomach, and absorption takes place in the small intestine. Then absorbed food is sent to the different organs of the body for utilization, and then it is being digested through anus. Largest gland in the body. This is largest gland, liver. Stomach releases hydrochloric acid, and this is the stomach. It releases hydrochloric acid and digestive juices which act on food so that the food is digested. The inner wall of the small intestine has many. This is small intestine, as you have seen earlier. These are called villi. Amoeba gets its food digested in the food vacuole, as you have seen that this is the vacuole and the food is digested in vacuole in amoeba. Next, we are to find true or false. Digestion of starch starts in the stomach. False. Why? Digestion of starch starts from the mouth. Saliva in the mouth contains an enzyme called amylase. That is the starch digesting enzyme. Next, the tongue helps in the mixing of food with saliva. True. The salivary gland in the mouth secretes saliva. With the help of tongue, saliva mixes with the food when it is chewed. The gallbladder temporarily stores bile. True. Gallbladder is a small organ located under the liver. Gallbladder temporarily stores bile. During a meal, gallbladder contracts and bile moves from gallbladder into the small intestine. Next, ruminants bring back swallowed grass into their mouth and chew it for some time. This is true, so that the semi-digested food is chewed. Semi-chewed or digested food is again chewed. Tick mark the correct answer. Fat is completely digested in the mouth. No, it is only chewed or very only in the mouth only it is bitten into small pieces, and the food is only chewed. In the stomach, it only small digestion takes place. Main digestion takes place in the small intestine. Completely digested in the small intestine. While some fat digestion happens in the mouth and stomach, most of the digestion takes place in small intestine. Bile from liver and laps from pancreas help in complete digestion. Water from undigested food is absorbed mainly in the large intestine. Water from the undigested food is absorbed mainly in the large intestine, and the remaining waste material is stored as feces before being removed by defecation. We are to match column 1 with the column 2. Food components. Food components are the products of digestion. The main components of food we eat include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamin, water, extra. Carbohydrates, it matches with sugar. Carbohydrates include sugar, rice, bread, potatoes, fruits and vegetables. The body converts all carbohydrates into glucose. Proteins, amino acids. Proteins are made of hundreds or thousands of smaller units called amino acids. Fats, fatty acids and glycerol. Fat molecules are made up of 4 parts: a molecule of glycerol and 3 molecules of fatty acids. Fifth, what are villi? As already told, villi, the singular of which is villus, are the finger-like projections. These are the finger-like projections which are found in the inner walls of the small intestine. These are the walls, and these are found on the inner walls of the small intestine. These will increase the surface area of small intestine for absorption of the digested food. Where is bile produced? Which component of food does it help to digest? Bile is produced in the liver. This is liver. It is stored in the gallbladder. This is gallbladder. It helps bile. Bile helps in the digestion of fats produced in the food. Bile juice is composed of bile acids, cholesterol, bile pigments, water, etc. Name the type of carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants, not by humans. Give the reason also. Cellulose is the carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants such as cows, buffaloes, goats, but not by humans, because the ruminants have a large sac-like structure called rumen, which is a part of the stomach. It is the largest stomach compartment in ruminants. Certain bacteria are present in the rumen which help in digesting cellulose. Why do we get instant energy from glucose? We get instant energy from glucose because glucose is a simple sugar or carbohydrate which is broken down in the presence of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water and releases instant energy. Glucose is easily absorbed by the blood and hence our body gets instant energy. Which part of digestive canal is involved in absorption of food? Takes place in small intestine. Chewing of food takes place in mouth. Killing of bacteria is done in stomach. Stomach produces digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid that maintains digestion and kills the bacteria. Complete digestion of food takes place in small intestine. Formation of feces takes place in large intestine and then it is stored in rectum. Write the similarity and difference between nutrition in amoeba and human beings. Similarity is that both amoeba and human beings are heterotrophs. Differences: in amoeba there is no specific opening or mouth for ingestion of food. It ingests food through a false feet or called pseudopodia. Human beings ingest food through mouth. Digestive system is not present in amoeba. Complex digestive system is present in human beings, which consists of different digestive organs and different secretory glands. Digestive juices are secreted in food vacuole in the case of amoeba, whereas in the case of human beings, digestive juices are secreted in buccal cavity, stomach and small intestine. Now we have to match column with column 2. Salivary gland is present in buccal cavity. It secretes saliva. Stomach releases acid, that is hydrochloric acid. Liver secretes bile juice. Rectum, that is in the last part of the large intestine, where storage of undigested food takes place. It is the small intestine where the complete digestion of food takes place. It is the large intestine which is a part of alimentary canal where the absorption of water takes place. You can see here the salivary glands are present and saliva is being produced by the salivary glands. This is the stomach where acid is produced and released by the stomach. Here you can see the liver. This is the rectum where waste undigested food is stored. This is the small intestine where the complete digestion takes place. and this is the large intestine, this question mark shape, where absorption of water from the. We are human beings. Can we survive only on raw leafy vegetables or grass? Answer is no. We cannot survive only on raw leafy vegetables or grass. Raw leafy vegetables or grass are rich in cellulose. Many animals, including human beings, cannot digest cellulose because they do not have enzymes and certain type of bacteria which can digest cellulose. So we boil or cook vegetables which breaks down cellulose into simple carbohydrates. Now we will find the answer to many important questions. What is the meaning of nutrients? All living organisms require food. The components of food which are necessary for the growth, maintenance, and reproduction of living organisms are called nutrients. Some essential nutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. What is a carnivorous animal? Give two examples. Animals which eat flesh of other animals are called carnivorous. Examples are lion, tiger. What is the function of liver? Liver produces bile juice that aids in the digestion of fats. Next, movement of food through alimentary canal is called by which of these terms? Peristalsis. You have seen that when the food passes through small intestine, a process called peristalsis occurs, which we have already discussed. This type of process which we have already seen in this, that first the food is here the food is here, and here the contraction takes place, here the relaxations are muscles, then muscles again contract, and then there is a relaxation next time, and this type of process which we have seen earlier is called peristalsis. The movement of the muscles which helps in the movement of food is called peristalsis. The walls of the large intestine absorb water from the undigested food. What will happen if mucus is not secreted by the gastric glands? If mucus is not secreted by the gastric glands, then the stomach wall will be destroyed by the acid, since the mucus protects the stomach wall from the hydrochloric acid. Small intestine is in herbivorous is longer than in carnivorous. Comment. Answer: the small intestine is longer in herbivorous than in carnivorous because herbivores eat plant and grass based products which is full of cellulose, and the digestion of cellulose takes a long time. Carnivores cannot digest cellulose, they have a shorter small intestine. Next, swallowed food moves downwards in the alimentary canal. Explain. Swallowed food moves downward in the alimentary canal because of the alternate contraction and relaxation movement of muscles in the walls of the food pipe. This process is called peristalsis. Muscles contract, then relax, then contract, then relax. This type of alternate movement, which is like wind like movement, it is called peristalsis. This process occurs not only in the esophagus but in the other parts of the alimentary canal as well. How assimilation is different from absorption? Absorption refers to the process in which digested food is absorbed through the inner walls of the small intestine into the bloodstream. On the other side, assimilation is the process by which absorbed nutrients are utilized by the body for energy, growth, and repair. Alimentary canal is different from the digestive system. Alimentary canal is a long muscular tube. It is also known as digestive tract. Alimentary canal and its associated glands constitute the digestive system. That is, digestive system consists of alimentary canal and associated glands. What are those associated glands? These are salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Windpipe runs adjacent in the food pipe. What will happen if food particles enter the windpipe? The windpipe carries the air from the nostrils to the lungs. If food particles enter the windpipe, we will feel choked, get hiccups or cough. Choked means severe difficulty in breathing. If food gets entered in the windpipe, we may have severe difficulty in breathing. Sonali and Alice were eating their food hurriedly so that they could go out and play with their friends. Suddenly, Sonali started coughing violently. What may be the likely reason for the same? Sometimes, when we eat something hurriedly, talk or laugh while eating, the flap valve which closes the passage of the windpipe remains open. So the food may enter into the windpipe, resulting into coughing. Coughing helps to clear the passage and returns the food back to the food pipe. Next, a girl was having stones in her gallbladder. The gallbladder was removed by surgery. After surgery, she faced problem in digestion of certain food material when consumed in bulk. Can you tell the kind of food items would they be and why? After removal of gallbladder by surgery, the girl would face problems in digestion of fat and fatty substances when consumed in bulk. This is because gallbladder has been removed and the bile juice is stored in the gallbladder, which helps in the digestion of fats. When the gallbladder is not there, bile juice will not be stored there and it will not be used for the digestion of fats. Next, there is a small noting inside the throat, which relates to question number 12. Air and food share a common passage. Then how is food prevented from entering the food pipe? During the act of swallowing, a flap like valve closes the passage of the windpipe and guides the food into the food pipe. Choose the odd one out. Tongue, absorption, taste, and swallow. Tongue. Tongue is a part of the digestive system, whereas absorption, taste, and swallow all are digestive processes. Next is liver, salivary gland, starch, and gallbladder. Starch. Starch is a carbohydrate regularly eaten in the form of wheat, rice, potatoes, etc. Whereas all the other liver, salivary glands, and gallbladder are glands. Esophagus, small intestine, large intestine, the rectum. Small intestine. Small intestine carries the process of digestion. Rest all are not involved in the digestion. Here, storage of waste material takes place. It helps in absorption of water and other minerals from the undigested food. Esophagus only gives passage to the food to pass into the stomach from mouth. Next, stomach, liver, pancreas, and salivary gland. Stomach is the digestive organ, whereas all the other liver, pancreas, and salivary gland are digestive glands which produce secretions. Salivary glands and pancreas secrete digestive juices and liver secretes bile. Now there is a practical type. We take two tubes, tube A and Next is tube B. In each tube, we put rice. In one case, it is a boiled rice. And in the other tube, we put 1 teaspoon which is full of boiled and chewed rice, which is chewed in the mouth for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then we add certain drops of 3 to 4 milliliter of water in each tube. Then after that, we add 2 to 3 drops of iodine in each tube. Now we have to find out what change takes place and why. In this tube we have put boiled rice, and in this case we have put boiled and chewed rice. The rice, as you know, whether it is boiled or otherwise, contains starch, and iodine which has been added reacts with starch. The color changes to blue. Here the color will change to blue. In this case, second tube, the boiled rice has been chewed for 3 to 5 minutes. So the saliva present in the mouth has acted upon the starch to break into sugars. So there is no starch present in these rice. So here there is no change in the color of iodine solution. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.